Hi, in this video, we're going to use function machines and feed into it a fraction. So let's remind ourselves how a function machine works, also known as a number machine. It's represented by a box like this, and basically we have an arrow into the box, which is what number's being fed into it. We call it the input. This box does something to it, like in this case, it's dividing that input by 2, and then it spits out a number. That's what we call the output. So we're doing 16/7. We're feeding it into this function machine, we're dividing it by 2, and it's going to spit out the result. And that result is then going to be fed into this next function machine here. So we need to do 16/7 divided by 2. Now let's remind ourselves, how can we divide numbers like this? Well, what we could do is we could turn the thing we're dividing by into a fraction. So we can do it over 1 like that. So 2 divided by 1 is just 2. And then remember how we divide fractions. Keep, change, flip is the easy way to remember it. So we keep the 16/7 as it is. We change the divide into a times, and we flip the second fraction, also known as a reciprocal. We flip it upside down. So keep, change, flip, like that. And now to multiply fractions, we just multiply the numerators. So 16 times 1 is 16. And then 7 times 2 is 14. And we can simplify that because we can divide top and bottom by 2. And that gives us 8/7. So therefore, 16/7 divided by 2 is 8/7. And therefore, once it's 16/7, we're dividing by 2, it's going to spit out of this function machine 8/7. Another quick way of doing this, without having to do this kind of working, is if you have 16/7 and you halve it, you'll have 8/7 because you've got half as many sevenths, basically. So that's the quicker way to do it. And now the 8/7 has been fed into this next function machine. We're subtracting 1 from it to get y. So let's do 8/7 minus 1. 8/7 minus 1. Now, again, if we put the 1 as a fraction, so we have 1/1 like that, then in order to subtract or add fractions, you need to have the same denominator. Now, I can see the 7 and the 1, they both go into 7, so I'm going to make both these fractions over 7. So we've got 8/7 minus, and then if I times numerator and denominator by 7 here, I just get 7/7, and that's good now because I have the same denominator. So if I have 8/7 and I subtract 7/7, I'm going to have 1/7. So I just subtract these numerators now and I get 1/7, and that's the answer. So this number being spat out of this function machine, because I did 8/7, I subtracted the 1 from it, what it's spitting out is 1/7, and that means that y there at the end is 1/7. So that is the final answer.